I'm looking for some honest answers here, guys. Has Overwatch 2 killed its own hype? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. So, I've been thinking about this for a while because, as you guys probably know me, I tend to look around at everything that's going on in terms of Overwatch content and what people are interested in and what's going on all around the entire Overwatch, I guess you can call it, content universe and community. And, like, I check the forums, I check Reddit. I'm always doing this all of the time. And I can't help but notice that it's kind of a bit underwhelming what we've actually recently got from the Overwatch League live stream final. So I kind of want to dive into this because I think there's actually some interesting conclusions we can come to here. And obviously, I want you guys to let me know what you think because the question is just dead simple. Has Overwatch 2 killed its own hype? Why are the devs forced to show us half-finished content? Do they really want to do this? Where is all the PvE content? What have the devs been doing since, I don't know, maybe 2017 when maybe they started working on Overwatch 2? These are a lot of questions I think a lot of people ask. Why are we being shown half-finished aspects of Overwatch 2? Why are pros being shown versions of the game that won't be going live? Why are we watching the game being made in what seems to be a pretty chaotic way? Is that just how games are made? I don't know. Why can't they just release new stuff with polished trailers and the usual Overwatch hype? Well, I think the answer to a lot of this stuff, it's kind of simple. I think Overwatch isn't being worked on. And that's literally the answer to a lot of those questions. Because what we've got is a game. In fact, I guess this is the dilemma. You cease working on Overwatch 1 and you go and make Overwatch 2. But the problem is, Overwatch 2 is taking a lot longer and seems to be pretty disjointed in its direction. So they're forced to show us half-finished aspects of the game. And why I say things like disjointed in its direction, the actual game director left the game. Left the company. Left. I mean, if that doesn't show you there's some sort of disjointedness in the direction of the game, then I don't really know whatever would. You see, I think if Overwatch kept its original update rate, then we probably wouldn't really care that Overwatch 2 is taking so long. You see, what we've got, we're in a situation where Overwatch it's in maintenance mode. It doesn't receive any major content. It only receives skins for seasonal events, so they've got very minor updates. Between that, it gets balance updates, and more frequently, it's been getting actually less balance updates. I mean, we've gone a very long time since we've had a basic balance update to the game, so there's even less going on in terms of actual Overwatch content. Sure, we got Malavento recently, but then that opens up all of the meme stuff of like, well, it's a deathmatch map, who plays on deathmatch? Well, a lot of people do play on deathmatch. I think it's actually quite a good map, but I know where the frustration's coming from. It's not aimed at that content, it's aimed at lack of other content and the perceived nature of what are these guys doing? Are they actually working on a game? Well, of course, all of that's ludicrous. We know they're working on Overwatch 2, but the moral of this sort of point of the video is very much they stopped, well, they basically made a decision to stop supporting Overwatch and start working on Overwatch 2. That is the worst decision that's probably ever been made in terms of a big AAA game, because you just ended up with this game which just got less and less updates, less and less focus, and I guess we could easily argue has lost a lot of its engaged community and audience because there just isn't anything actually going on. But then we also know, hey, there's Overwatch 2 coming. So here's the question I want to ask. Where are the character remodels? Why don't they show these off more frequently? Where is the PvE showcase and or a PvE update? Where are the new hero teasers? Where's the lore? Where are the cinematics? Where's the new content? Why has Overwatch been left to sort of fester away and collapse in on itself? You see, I think the only light at the end of the tunnel here is maybe they've got big stuff to show us. And this is big stuff which is going to pop up in the next few months. Maybe they can try and win back the fans of Overwatch by showing more polished content off. What's making me think this is earlier on in the year we got the PvP, so it kind of makes sense that we get a PvE update. Because remember, guys, the main bulk of Overwatch 2 is PvE. It's not PvP. We've already got that. That's the game that we kind of play now. I know, sure, we're going to get push, we're going to get new maps, and we're also going to get 5v5 and radical rebalances to heroes. So it's not the same game. But you know what? They could have just kept Overwatch as 6v6 and give us a load of PvE stuff. So the fact they've changed up PvP now, anyway, where's the PvE stuff? I hope we do get some news on that soon enough. You see, in a way, it's pretty rich of me to say this, to be honest, but we do need content. And Blizzard know this. They absolutely know this. So they give us content, and then we slam the content for being unfinished or alarmingly not balanced or simply not ready. How the hell can they win in that scenario? But here's the other thing as well, guys, right? You can never, ever, ever let them try and push that on you or on us. You see, this isn't our problem. That's their problem. And we're well within our rights as fans of the game to question what the hell has been going on. You see, Blizzard choose to stop supporting Overwatch 1, and they chose to make Overwatch 2. What they totally failed at doing was keeping Overwatch alive with content. And I'm sure this is down to probably the size of the team or just the way the team was made. I mean, if you look at Overwatch and you look at the Overwatch team, Overwatch is a 6v6 game. That's all it was, a 6v6 PvP game. So it makes sense that the team size is built to reflect that. So it's pretty much an impossibility if that team wants to maintain Overwatch 1 while also producing everything for Overwatch 2. And I think that's a management issue. And I think that becomes a Blizzard issue. So honestly, never really let them moan at us, guys, for lack of content. It's not our fault. It's 100% their fault. I think for me personally, I am kind of feeling a little bit underwhelmed with Overwatch 2 right now. I think seeing push gameplay was an interesting idea on Blizzard's part. It definitely was. But maybe why not show us an existing map so we could get an idea of how the changes might impact the game we love. I would prefer to have seen 5v5 on King's Row, for example, rather than 5v5 on a brand new map, because the pros don't know how to play on that map. So it's going to be chaotic anyway by that nature. Then it's even more chaotic because it looks like that's what push is. A very sort of... it's like a mobile deathmatch, which is just going all around the map. It kind of looks really sort of all over the place, which isn't a bad or a good thing. It just looks really chaotic. But it's early days, right? Maybe Overwatch 2 becomes Call of Duty. Or maybe they'll be able to keep that special Overwatch magic. I really want to know what you guys think about this, because there's a lot to talk about in this video. I do, however, think it's pretty important that we separate developers from Blizzard and even from Activision when we talk about the game, because I'm sure they know what we want. I'm sure the devs know. Like, there's no world where they sit there and they're like, we're completely oblivious to what you want in this game. Sure, sometimes they might do things which the community doesn't agree with, but they generally know what's going on. I've always said this whenever I've met people from the Overwatch development team, whether it's at BlizzCons, whether it's at the Blizzard head office or wherever, or Overwatch League finals, they're always very passionate. They know, it goes without saying, right? They intimately know the game. So they kind of do know what needs to be done. But there's a balancing act, right? And I think at times they get, well, it's pretty unfair that they get the blame placed onto them for decisions which probably aren't theirs. Probably like this huge thing we've been discussing in this video, the whole idea of let's make a sequel without a team actually capable of maintaining the original game. So I think that's kind of where we are right now, guys, with Overwatch. I mean, when I think back to watching the PvP stuff recently, the roam map, the push gameplay, the pros playing, in the moment, I kind of was like, hey, this looks pretty cool. It's different. We're seeing a new map, a new game mode. That's obviously why they chose to show it off. But when I went back and I've watched it again, and I've watched it again, and I've watched it again, it really seems a bit mad. It seems a bit over the top. It seems like the game isn't balanced. And this is, I think, where... Okay, hang on. We need to stop here, because me saying the game isn't balanced is complete garbage, right? The game's never going to be balanced. What I'm trying to say there is not about balance. It's just about, I guess, finish. You look at the player icons. Only some of them are updated. Not all of them have new player icons. You look at just the reworks, the characters, the visual reworks. Not every character's been visually reworked yet. Why? Surely that would have already been done. You know, we're only getting information now about changes to some of the heroes, so Sombra and the Bastion rework, when we're told that Overwatch League next year in April will start off on Overwatch 2. So will they have reworked the entire 32 hero cast and then added who even knows how many heroes by that time? It just seems like they don't have enough time to do what they need to do. And I don't know. It just... I'm kind of... I don't want to say I'm indifferent about this. I'm not indifferent. I am a little bit down, I think, at the moment on Overwatch 2, but also I'm hyped for it because I want to see what they do. And I guess, I suppose, the fact that I want to wait for the next bit of news that they give us probably means that, yeah, I'm still into Overwatch. I think a lot of people are still into Overwatch. It's just going to be this thing, like, you know, can it capture the audience again? And again, that goes back to the whole thing of this gamble, this insane gamble that Activision Blizzard have played of let's just forget about Overwatch and let's make a sequel and hope everyone comes back and the sequel's better than the original. The thing I always say to that is, well, Overwatch was a brand new IP. It was from Blizzard at the time. Blizzard don't make new IP, so when they do, it was massive. Everyone was on top of it. it's not a new IP anymore. Everyone knows what it is. And in a lot of ways, it looks very similar to Overwatch. So it's a hard sell. Let me know what you think about this, guys, in the comments below. I think this would be a very interesting one. I'm going to be actively reading through the comments here. So if you actually put a timestamp in, so you just type the time you want to reference whatever I've said in the video. It's kind of idiotic of me to say this at the end of the video, but if you've watched the whole video all the way through before commenting, put a timestamp in your comment. It means we can go straight to that point in the video, and then we get a better sort of reference to what you're, well, referencing, and it helps a ton. And as ever, guys, remember, like the video. It helps an absolute ton. Comment below, all of that good stuff. You can follow me on everything, which is at Stylosa. Thanks again, guys, for watching the video. It means the world to me that you guys are still here watching the content. It's awesome. And, yeah, I'll keep doing my best to keep the content coming. All right, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.